Hey everybody, I just wanted to check in with you real quick. I've got something kind of unique to bring to you guys today that talks about the kinds of financial fraud that get committed out in the world and what we can do to protect our friends and family. Now, what inspired this today is every couple of years, advisors have to take an anti-money laundering training. So I'm in the midst of taking this anti-money laundering training, and there's a section on it on the types of scams that are out there. And I just thought that you all might get a kick out of it, not just to see what are the kinds of scams that financial advisors are trained on, because we're trained on them to protect our clients and protect them from being taken advantage of. But I think the same thing could be done for those of you who have loved ones who you care about, etc., where you can watch for certain things where they may be taken advantage of and what you might be able to do to help prevent that. So I'm just going to step through these really quick with you guys to make sure this is showing okay. I'm just going to have to move my video over here out of the way. There we go. So what are some common scams that people run into out there? Well, there are romance scams. Now I'm going to open each one of these, but I'll just talk about it briefly. The romance scams are when somebody comes to you and says like, oh, I'm in love with you, I want to meet with you, and they develop a relationship largely over social media, and then usually will almost be ready to meet their loved one or new virtual loved one when something comes up and they need to ask for money, etc. So that's one a lot of people call catfishing, but it's also referred to by enforcement organizations as romance scams. Then you have the grandparent scams. This is where somebody over a certain age is called probably by a robocaller, and somebody goes, hey, grandma. And then they say, Luke, is that you? And as a result of that, now they know the grandson's name, and they begin to extort this person who clearly cares about their grandchild that maybe they haven't heard from as often as they'd like and wants to do whatever they can to help them. Then you have government agency scams. These are the ones where they text or email you or call you and say, if you don't get back to us, the police are going to arrest you, the IRS is going to penalize you, etc. That one's pretty obvious. Lots of people are aware of that. Then you have the advanced fee scams. I am a Nigerian prince. I'm trapped in my country. All I need to do is have you give me $20,000 so I can escape the country, and then I can give you $20 million. Also, there's the ones that are, you want $1 million, but you need to prepay the tax on it. All of those things are those advanced fee schemes, or puts people in a position where they give some amount of money up front, and then it puts them in a position to be able to take advantage because, of course, they never have the prize money. And then account takeover scams. These are ones that we are particularly watchful for because these are the scams that put somebody in the position of their accounts being taken over, say their email, and then they start emailing financial institutions, or they take over the email and now they watch. And they almost use a social engineering approach to that type of hacking, where they're learning habits, practices, who that person speaks with, and then they make requests of people, financial requests in the voice of the person, etc. So, like the boss requesting gift cards from the employees. That's actually one of the examples they gave in this. And then I thought you might also get a kick out of who the vulnerable people are. And it comes down to people that are older, people that are lonely or isolated, a big thing that has increased significantly during COVID. And then those that are financially disadvantaged. And that one kind of makes sense because if they're financially disadvantaged, that may put them in a position that's like, this thing right here, this windfall is going to save me, my retirement concerns, everything else, and put me and my family in a position everything's going to be okay, because maybe things have been pretty challenging. We have people that have gotten older in the last few years, certainly people that have gotten more isolated, and of course, people have had financial challenges. So some of these scams could be more dangerous than ever. Just be on the lookout for them. Watch out for your older aunts, uncles, parents, and making sure that, that maybe even mention to them like, hey, if anybody calls you, asks for money or financial opportunity, etc., I just want you to know about these. Forward them this short little episode. We hope it's helpful. And as always, from all of us at Sound Financial Group, we hope that this has been a contribution of you being able to design and build a good life.